I don't have a lot of books planned for June, especially with my TBR picks. I've just been moving them to the next month. So I'm not planning on reading a lot of books this month. Currently, I am reading one of the June arcs or July releases that I would have planned to read in June. So I'm about finished with that one, and I hope that I'll finish the other one, which is Upgrade. But if not, I'm gonna include it here. So let's start first with the arcs that I do have. So Upgrade by Blake Crouch. I already talked about this in my TBR, but this is Blake Crouch's upcoming book to be released in July 19th, and we are following a main character who one day starts becoming sharper, he needs less sleep, and he discovers that he's part of like this old or like generational experiment to better humanity. But as they discover more about this study, this experiment, and the effects of it, they discover that it could actually lead to the extinction of humanity. So I'm excited to read that. And then I also have Beasts of Ruin by Ayanna Gray. This is the sequel to the Pan-African fantasy adventure Beasts of Prey, following Coffee and Ekon as they risk everything to change their destinies. So I read the first book, Beasts of Prey, as an arc as well. That one, I had a difficult time kind of getting into the first third of it because it was very slow and it was a little bit confusing, but I enjoyed it a lot more towards the end, and so I'm looking forward to reading the next book in this series. But yeah, so Beasts of Ruin coming out July 26th, and then the next one is It Sounds Like This by Anna Mariano, a contemporary novel starring a Mexican-American flutist who sets out to learn the tuba in order to save her school's marching band, and also begins to explore her sexual identity through a new romance. This one comes out August. And then another one is Bookish People by Susan Call. This one also comes out August 2nd. This one isn't from Penguin Teen. Most of my arcs are from Penguin Teen. This one I just saw on NetGalley and I requested it. Got accepted. So far, this one doesn't have very good ratings. This has a 3.2 rating. So it says, a perfect storm of comedic proportions erupts in a DC bookstore over the course of one soggy summer week, narrated by two different women and punctuated by political turmoil, a celestial event, and a perpetually broken vacuum cleaner. Let's see how I'm gonna like this one. So this one again comes out August 2nd. I just saw this on NetGalley and I was just like, Bookish People, and the cover was really cute. It's about an independent bookstore owner, so I requested it. And then I'm also planning to read, and like I mentioned earlier, I don't have a lot of books that I'm planning on reading. So what I decided is the two that I did not read from my TBR jar, I'm just going to count as officially part of my TBR. I'm not gonna roll those two over for this month. I'm gonna pick a new 5. So the first one that I have is Flowers for Algernon by Danielle Keyes. This one we are following Charlie Gordon, who gets chosen for an experimental surgery to improve his intelligence. And all he wanted was to gain friends. And he becomes genius, but the mouse that they tested this on begins to fade. So it's a question of what will happen to Charlie if this mouse that they initially experimented on begins to fade. So like I mentioned, I heard that this is very emotional. And you know, I like to cry, like I mentioned. And then of course, Severance by Ling Ma. This is a pandemic book. We are following an office worker, and I think she either was assigned to keep working during the pandemic or she chooses to still go to work even though people around her are dying. So I'm not really sure about that. I think it's also kind of like a survival type thing because, you know, the world is ending pretty much. So this is pretty short too, so I'm excited. I've heard a lot of great things about this, so let's go and pick out new 5. So for this one, I'm gonna be picking out 2 to 4, if not all of it, so at least 2. I haven't added any of my new books that I bought, but here we are. The Hidden Oracle. The Hidden Oracle. Oh, so this one is from The Trials of Apollo. Okay. So this is the first book in the series. I have read this one, so this is going to be a reread. Let's see if I'm going to continue with the rest of the series, because this is completed, if I'm remembering that correctly. And I believe I do have all 5, if not 4. So let's see if I will continue with the series. But I remember really enjoying the first book, but it had just come out that year. And usually I like my series to be at least completed or close to completion before I start it, so I can like read the entire thing, because just like this one, I tend to forget it. So an Oracle, exciting. Okay, got my second one, The Traitor Queen. So this is the second book in the Bridge Kingdom duology, actually Bridge Kingdom series, but I know that the first 2 are like one plot line, and the second in this series, or the next ones in the series, are going to be like another, I think, couple in the same world. So all right, let's pick the third one. Exciting. Oh, I'm excited so far. Okay, The Crimson Crown. Wait, this is the 5th book in Cinda Williams' Chima series, so I guess I'll also be reading that. Okay, let's see. This is the 5th book in the 5-book series. Okay, I'm looking forward. It's intimidating though, because so far 2, well, these are all series. One is duology, but still. Let's see. We have Warstorm another series. I think this is like the 4th book for Red Queen. Oh my gosh. Okay, last one. Well, I do have, like, majority of my books are book series, so I shouldn't be too surprised. I was like, oh, I can definitely finish my TBR because I don't have a lot. Well, now I have series after series to read. Okay. Defy the Stars. Okay, so this is Bridget Kemmer's newest book. This is the first book in her new series, and I think they just announced the 2nd book and arcs have been out. So I believe this is set in the same world as the Cursebreaker series, which I really enjoyed, and we are following one of the characters that we met during that time. So I'm also really excited. So, okay, I have 4 complete series and 1 that is currently ongoing, which shouldn't be so surprising. Let's go get the books so that you can see visually what they look like. Alright, these are heavy. Okay. I don't have the 5th book for the Trials of Apollo series. If I do decide to complete the entire series, then I'll order it this month, but I have the first 4. So we have the first book, which is the one that I picked, The Hidden Oracle, and then we have The Dark Prophecy, Burning Maze, and Tyrant's Tomb. The last book is called The Tower of Nero. This one already came out 2020. I don't know why I don't have it. They should be quick reads because they're middle grade. Usually my experience with Rick Riordan books is that they're all very fast reads, even if they're like in the 400, 500 page mark, because they're very fast paced and just easy to consume. So we have the Trials of Apollo series, and then we have Traitor Queen. So we have the Bridge Kingdom and the Traitor Queen. So this is called the Bridge Kingdom series. So this was highly hyped in TikTok. That was actually where I initially first heard it, but I've heard a lot of really great things about this one. I read Danielle L. Jensen's other book, Traitor something, that I also picked up actually for my TBR, and it's a novella in a series that she has. That one was more of like a mid-level series. This one was, I think this one is rated higher, like the series in general, and I really enjoyed that book, so excited for that one. And I also have Defy the Night. So I have the special edition of the book. Like I mentioned, the 2nd book has already been announced and arcs have been released. When was this? Yeah, this was in 2021, so the book should be coming out soon. And then I have the Red Queen Quartet. So this is a YA series, so hopefully this will be a quick read as well. I remember reading the Red Queen really fast and I liked it, but not enough for me to continue the rest of the series, but I want to try it again. And I bought the entire set, so hopefully I like it. If not, you know, I can resell it, but still, I want to enjoy it before I get to her new series, because I do have it. And then we have Cinda Williams' Chima book. Alright, short intermission. My dad called. I forgot where I was, but I think we were talking about this. Cinda Williams' Chima. So this is 7 Realms series quartet, and I've had this for 4 years. This is one of the first book series that I got since I moved here. So I've had this on my TBR for a very long time. These are all secondhand. The first book was initially released in 2009. So one of the most well-known fantasy writers, honestly, and also series, of course. So I'm excited to read this one. We have a lot now, but this is exciting. These are all fantasy, which I'm not really surprised because I do have a lot of fantasy on my book series, on my shelves. But yes, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to, if you guys want to see like a reading vlog for any of these series, any of the books that I'm planning on reading, let me know. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one.